like to say, have you ever met anyone, this is to coaches, have you ever met anyone relentless in their pursuit of their goals? Someone who stays the course and won't be satisfied until their vision is realized. Our CEO is that person. He's been relentless since day one in building a network of people dedicated to helping others. He's not on this call too often, but when he is, please pay attention to his drive, his focus, his passion and commitment. You know what? He is coach number one. And I don't know, all of you have long coach ID numbers. I think Carl is coach one. That's a very small number. Hey there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad you could finally get everything working, Carl.
Okay. So can you hear me and everything's all right?
You're perfect. Take a look in our cameras and I will head out.
Okay, good. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. And I echo what Sandy said. Hearts go out to the families of Rich Bell and of course, the Fitzpatricks. Jamie does such an incredible job for us on CAB and the families. Obviously, a very important group of leaders for us. So, and in fact, you know, this week, the last week of October, is a big deal. You know, we're going into November and December, which are big transition months for us, and it's very easy for people to go, oh, it's October, I don't need to worry about that. And let me tell you something. You don't know, you never know what today can bring to you. You never know what is possible for your business, and you never know what tomorrow's going to be. So you need to greet each day as a day that's important and significant. And, Kevin mentioned that I put a challenge out to coaches to start a group on November 4th. It wasn't a challenge. I'm not challenging you to do anything. You signed up to be a coach. And as part of that, you obviously want to achieve something. So all I want to do is help you be more, be completely focused and vigilant about your goal. And so at leadership, I basically just said, look, there is time left in October to build up to Achieve Success Club so that you start by starting a group on November 4th. So it's not a challenge for me. This is a challenge for you. This is a question for you. What did you sign up to be a coach for? You know, it's interesting, frankly, from the leadership stage, when I challenged people to work twice as hard through the end of the year. Some people came up to me and said, and I heard sort of rumors around the mill, as they say, that, you know what, Carl's asking us to work harder and double our workload, you know, double Success Club points. I'm not asking you to double Success Club points, that's for sure. What I'm asking you to do is double your effort to help your team, help the coaches that you've brought on, who you made representations to and said, hey, wouldn't you love to be successful in this business? Wouldn't you love to help people with the total solution that we represent as Team Beachbody coaches and get them to start new groups? Because the age of the group is starting. Like the days of just trying to sell challenge packs are over. Frankly, the aha moment for me this last year working with coaches has when I learned that many coaches are trying to just sell. They're going on Instagram and selling. How can I sell them a challenge pack? How can I convince them that Shakeology is a powerful superfood drink they should drink every day, or get them to drink Energize and Beachbody Performance, and what workout should they do, and what should they do to be mindset or ultimate portion fix, and all these things going on in your head. And I even had a veteran coach asked me, she said, I'm getting resistance. I'm talking to this person. I'm getting some resistance on starting with my group. And you know, she's not sure about the price point. You know, what should I say to her so I can sell her to make the commitment? And I said, don't say a thing. Your job is not to convince anybody. Your job is to help her. So ask her questions. That's the way it starts. So, not a challenge. It's not about me. And I do have an objective. We will be the greatest influence in helping people achieve a healthy, active lifestyle than any other company in history. That is my challenge to myself. And that is going to pay off for the coaches who step up, regardless of what time of the year it is, regardless of, excuse me, what day of the month it is. They're going to step up because there's so much opportunity. 200 million people overweight or obese in North America, 30 million people in the UK. We have so many people that can help. And I guarantee you, those people want this help. But you might be wondering, Carl, how do I do it? I'm not a salesperson. Good. Please, as of today, don't do any selling. As of today, I want you to approach building a group November 4th. And I'm saying this for you, not for me. I want you to approach building a coach November 4th the way Sandy and I approached this call this morning. Since 7:40, I think, we have been trying to log on with each other. Do we do the call? Do we not do the call? Does Sandy handle the call? We kept fighting and fighting. I dialed in. I tried different computers, but we got there. We made the call happen. And I'm like, this is a metaphor for the way to the last week of October. You do not fight. You do not stop fighting. You do not stop inviting until the last day of October. And then you know what you do on the first day of November? You keep inviting. If you want something from this business, you keep inviting. Now, my promise for this call was that I was going to do a little demonstration. And that demonstration is how to post so that you're not being a salesperson. And I've learned this from coaches. I didn't make this up myself, although it is a tactic to attract people to you and to start the sales conversation that is based on very similar structure to what we've done in our direct marketing. And this is how it translates to an Instagram or Facebook influencer. And I wanted to demonstrate it here for you. And I'm hoping that you will use this and that you will teach your coaches how to use this. Now, I'll first say that on my Instagram account, there's a highlight that says opportunity, where you can see a bunch of examples of what I call problem, solution, invitation posts. And I've been talking about this now for the last 3 or 4 months because it has been such an eye-opener in terms of how to use Instagram to really be more informative. And by problem, solution, invitation, I'm going to give you an example first, and then I'll break it down. Okay? So here, I'm going to hold up my spare phone as if I'm doing, in fact, maybe I should just go ahead and do it. I'm going to go and do it so that you could even see me do this. I'll just do video. Hold on, I'm going to lose my battery because we got all the technical difficulties today. Okay, so you can see it. There it is. Okay, so hey, it's Carl, and I'm on the National Wake Up Call right now, and I am okay. I keep
lost your
falling.
video when you did that, Carl.
Yes, that's because Chad just called me. So let's start that again. Do you have me now, Sandy?
I have you now.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to do a problem solution invitation, and I promise it doesn't take that long. It's like 45 seconds. Hey, it's Carl, and it is Monday morning. I'm on the National Wake Up Call, and I'm demonstrating a problem solution invitation post here on Instagram. Okay, so yesterday I was at this place called the Surf Ranch, and it's a fantastic place. It's like literally a man-made wave. And I'm on this thing, and as the guys are teaching me, they're teaching you how to surf on this. And I went literally for 8 hours. And the guy asked me, he said, how is it possible that a 56-year-old guy has been surfing, catching every wave for the last 8 hours? And my legs were kind of already jello. And I stopped and I thought, you know, I couldn't have done this 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. Like, I would have been beat. But because I'm consistent with the workouts, because I'm consistent with the nutrition plans, and because of this shake, I'm able to do one of the most exciting and interesting things I've ever done, and that is surf for an entire day on a man-made wave. And I'm like so grateful for Beachbody for that. And I was thinking, if you ever thought about that, if you ever thought about doing something exciting, but you're limited by how you are, what sort of shape you're in physically, why don't you send me a direct message? We'll start a program together. I'm starting one on November 4th. You get a week to sign up. I want you to do it with me. I'm going to get at least 3 people to do this program with me. We're all going to pick the right fitness programs for us. We're going to pick a nutrition program for us, and we're going to get results. And we're going to go into the end of the year feeling better than when we started it. All right, send me a message. Okay, see what I did. Now, here are the elements that, did I lose you again? I did not lose you. Please tell me.
Yes, I lost your video.
I'm coming back. Video. All right. See, this is, now you have me. You have me, right?
I have you.
Okay. So what I just did was I talked about a situation that I was in that before now would have been a problem. I wouldn't have been able to surf all day with these guys, when hanging out with these 20-year-olds who are like, do you want to take a break? Do you want to take a break? I was like, no, I don't want to take a break. And then the solution for me was the fact that I do these workouts. I follow these nutrition plans. I take these supplements. And then a very light invitation. Why don't you send me a direct message if you want to join my group November 4th, right? So that's all you need to do. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out a place to do it. I'm going to post on my Facebook, or maybe I'll give it to Kim and Kevin to put on Team Beachbody 411. I'm going to make a list of maybe 30 different problem solution invitation ideas that you can use, so that every day you wake up and you should have one of those problem solution invitation posts in your stories every single day. And here's what happens. It doesn't get repetitive to your audience. What they go is they start to see that you're not trying to sell them something so that you can make Success Club. They're seeing that this thing you do, this thing called Team Beachbody, is actually valuable to you. You believe in it, and you're just lightly inviting them. Now, yes, they do need to buy a challenge pack. Yes, they do need the tools in order to succeed. And that's what you want. You want them to succeed. You don't want to sell them the littlest thing that you can sell them so that you can make a little commission. You want to make sure that they have the right tools to feel better, to be healthier, to look better. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you can tell. This is a little aside. I have a wrinkle up here, goes like this, goes a little diagonal. I saw before and after photos. You can barely see it now. Might be the lighting's helping. But this wrinkle, like, I can't really make it happen. I can't really make it not happen. It's just this weird sort of the way I sleep wrinkle. I saw before and after 30 days from using Beachbody collagen, and this thing is like disappearing. I'm blown away. Okay, that was a little bit of an aside. So there's my problem. That could be tomorrow's problem solution. You know, I've never been able to get away from this wrinkle, but for the last 30 days, I've been taking this Beachbody collagen in my shake. And sure enough, I took photos and that thing's gone. If you'd like to lose a weird wrinkle on your forehead, send me a direct message and I'll tell you how you can get it. So there's another problem solution invitation. This is what you do. Now, I'm watching coaches. Literally, we have 2 classes of coaches that we watch statistically. We watch the increasers, those who are earning more income and generating more productivity, helping more people as of this time of this year versus as of this time of last year. Okay, so as of this time last year, we're watching this class. We have more increasers this year than we had at this time last year. That's a good sign. Now, when I go check the Instagram stories of these people who are increasers, in general, this is what they're doing. Very short, every day, a minute and a half of Instagram stories where they're saying, I had this problem. Like, so for instance, another problem that I heard was this woman used to have so much anxiety when she went to the gym. And the other day she went to the gym and she walked in, she's like, oh, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what machine to work with. I felt judged by people. So I just walked out of there and I went home and I did my Beachbody on demand. And if you have anxiety like that, if you don't like to go to the gym and feel judged, why don't you send me a direct message? We'll put a group together and start on November 4th. Problem: I get anxiety when I go to the gym. I tried it again, didn't work for me. Thank God I have Beachbody on demand. Solution: invitation. Why don't you join a group with us November 4th? See how simple that is? We tend to make it complex. And what I've learned in talking to coaches is that simplicity creates productivity. Complexity just creates confusion and just is a barrier to any productivity. So I wanted to make it simple, but I wanted to call on you. If you want something from this business, I'm telling you right now, I am absolutely determined that we will be the greatest force in health, fitness, and nutrition in the history of the world. This company will be that force, but I'm going to need, excuse me, coaches to help me make that happen, because we talked about a thing that's coming in the spring called BOD groups. And that's going to be where we ask every coach to help 2 or 3 people put a group together. Put a group together of 2 to 3 people. Sorry, it's smoky here actually. Problem. Solution would be if I had my shake. So right now is the time for you to get new coaches, get them trained, so that when our BOD groups functionality starts in the spring, you're ready to go, because it is going to be a tidal wave of productivity. But there's no reason for you to wait till then. There are people to help now. And by the way, if they see you being consistent with your fitness, being consistent with 2B mindset or ultimate portion fix, being consistent with your Shakeology, if they see you doing that now, the last week of October, and then November, and then December as we launch Bar Blend, they're going to be like, you know what? When they make the decision, they're going to go, that girl, she kept doing it when nobody else was doing it. Or that guy, he kept working out when everybody else was just watching football and being lazy because it's the winter months, but not you. Now is the time that you have to show them that you show up for this. And look, I'm not expecting and I'm not asking anybody in Team Beachbody to deprive themselves or to try to be the perfect Beachbody. I want you to enjoy life. I want you to have that glass of wine, that piece of chocolate. But the good news is we have the programs, these nutrition programs that can help you still live a great life and still be the picture of health by having portion control, by understanding the importance of water, vegetables, good macros, a balanced approach to nutrition, a balanced approach to fitness. This is what you do. And this is the power of what we do. Because I know coaches who are like, fight for, I'm Nick, not giving up my scotch. I'm not giving up my margaritas or whatever. That's fine. You don't have to. But if you want to make money in this business and maximize your money in this business, you need to show your audience that you can have the lifestyle that you want at the same time that you keep it in check with the tools that we provide. And that is what's so beautiful and powerful and was the original premise of Beachbody and Team Beachbody, that this financial opportunity would help you stay more disciplined about your approach to fitness, nutrition, and supplements than if you just tried to do it alone. That's what we're seeing. That's what we see with the Beachbody Challenge. That's what we see from the people, the success stories that we're constantly getting, is that people are like, you know what? Having this economic opportunity in conjunction with this incredible ecosystem of fitness, nutrition, and supplements really does work. But it doesn't work if we're not inviting. So here is my challenge. From now till November 4th and then beyond. But right now, I want you to set up a group either on Facebook or on the My Challenge Tracker app, or you can do it in a Facebook Messenger pod. Get 3 people into a new group. And you're like, oh, Carl, I've already got 50 people in a group. You might be one of those coaches who you got it going on. I don't get 3 more people with problem, solution, invitation. People in a different niche, in a different world, who have different issues, and say, let's do a 3-week yoga retreat together. Let's do a 21-day fix together. Let's do a 6 weeks of the work together before the end of the year. Let's do PIO before Bar Blend starts. You've got so many opportunities, so many programs, and you can make sure that they get control of their nutrition as we go into these difficult holiday months right now is when people start gaining all the weight back that they worked so hard all year to get off. They lost the 10 pounds, they lost the 15 pounds, and now, man, in 2 months, they can put it all back on. Let's not let them do it. Let's not let them do it by let's be a force of positive reinforcement that you can, quote unquote, have your cake and eat it too. I'm so proud of you, coaches. I'm so proud of our super trainers. I'm so proud of the staff and management that continues. I'm not the only one that shows up and is relentless about this. You are. Our super trainers are. Our super trainers are like helping coaches invite to groups right now. I know that Joel and Autumn and Jericho, they're running groups. They're supporting people, getting on calls, supporting people with groups. Megan is helping people start clean week groups. Like, our trainers care about helping you get results. You need to care enough that you are inviting, using this platform of Instagram and Facebook to get people involved. Problem, solution, invitation. One more, okay? And then I'm going to let you go. Hey guys, it's Carl. And I tell you what, every year around this time is when I start to get a little bit lazy about what I'm eating, but I'm not going to do it this year. You know why? Because I'm doing Ultimate Portion Fix, and I'm using these containers because they help me keep control of my food. Okay. Now look, I'm doing this for Ultimate Portion Fix. I've got the books right here, so I'm always reminded, but let's say I'm doing it with 2B mindset. My water first, my veggies most. I want to teach you how to do it too. And I'm putting a group together November 4th. We don't even have to work out. We're just going to do this nutrition plan because I refuse to gain the weight this year as we go into the holidays. Okay. That's another way. Problem, solution, invitation. I didn't do a big sales pitch why Shakeology is the greatest supplement ever created or why Daily Sunshine is helping my kids. But if you have a hard time getting your kids to eat nutrition, there's another one. I can't help myself. Hey, you know what? It's always difficult for me to get my kids up and out the door for school. But you know, one thing that helps me is I know that they get their Daily Sunshine for breakfast every morning and they love it. They feel like they're getting a shake, a reward. And I always get them to the bus on time because that shake is ready to go as soon as I get their teeth brushed and we're out the door. There's another problem, solution, invitation. All right. Now, last thing I want to say is it is important to me that you are drinking Shakeology for the last 2 months of this year. I'm putting a little thing together that might make it worth your while. It's going to be fun. I still have to organize it, but I'm hoping that by November 1st, we're going to be doing a little thing where we incorporate Shakeology recipes to help encourage people to have a very healthy breakfast. And it's going to be an opportunity for you to win something kind of cool. And right now, Sandy's like, what's he talking about? I know. I come up with these ideas, and then we talk about them on the team, and we have fun. All right. Now, I'm going to go make my shake, see if I can keep getting my skin to be healthy and smooth. And we did it, Sandy. Problem, solution, invitation.
I have 2 questions for you. First of all, I've been drinking this shake for 10 years. So what gift do I get? Anyway, I wanted to ask you a question about your vision when you opened the network, because I talked about the founders and what your original vision was. And you said that was the premise of the network, was to get coaches to help others. Can you speak a little bit about how you have continued to be relentless with your vision about what this is supposed to be? Well, how do you keep that going?
Look, there's a great book. Bo Eason has this book called There's No Plan B for Your Plan A. And he talks about making commitments for like 20 years. There you go. It's a really good book. And one of the things he talks about is, you're not making a vision for yourself for the next 2 years. You're making, like he talks about, what do you want to be the best at? And then give yourself 20 years for it. So now look, I'm just reading the book now. But it is a part of how I approach this. The goal was not what I'm relentless about is the premise. And the premise is that when somebody gets results with 80-day obsession or insanity or transform 20 or morning meltdown 100 or lift 4, when they do this incredibly hard thing of changing the way they eat and then staying consistent for long enough to lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, and then they walk into a party And everybody at the party goes, look at you, you magnificent success story. How did you do it? And they're going to say, I did 80-day obsession. And when they say I did 80-day obsession or lift 4 or morning meltdown 100, whatever they did, they're going to create demand for us. And what I thought was, hey, how amazing would it be that if instead of just saying, go read this book or go buy that program, that person, that success story actually got a share of the demand that they created, a share of the sales that they created for Beachbody. And if that becomes a business for them, because we sell the whole solution, and this is important, it is not just about Beachbody On Demand. It is about Beachbody On Demand and the nutrition plans and Shakeology. Like, these are the important components that have helped me, that help people really get the results. So now, by helping people create demand for that, they might actually continue with those results and not be this shape, right? I lost the weight, I gained the weight. I lost the weight, I gained the weight. What we want to do is like, I want to make a business out of this. I'm starting to cash flow from this, so I'm going to stay consistent with my fitness, with my nutrition, and my supplements. So that's like, and right now we are at 1.7 million subscribers on Beachbody On Demand. That makes us the largest health and fitness platform in the world. And we have 364,000 coaches. But you know how many of those coaches currently are enrolling people so far in October? It's around 18,000. I want another 18,000 people to help at least one person in the last week of November. I'm hoping that's 2 or 3 as you start a group going into November 4th. But the vision here is people helping people, not people selling people, but people helping people. You can check the Instagram of any of our super trainers and our top coaches, and the message is clear. They're trying to help people get control of their eating, help people get control of their fitness, supporting coaches as they try to do that. Our coaches are trying to help people combine this idea of being healthy and creating an income opportunity for yourself. But you got to work for it. That's why you got to do that problem, solution, invitation post. And, now look, Sandy, this vision has only expanded since I got this thing started. That's the interesting thing. When we started with the network, I thought we could actually build this into $1 billion company. I actually think we should be able to build this into a $5 billion company if we are succeeding at helping people. If we're just trying to sell people, I don't think it'll get there. But if I and you and these calls can stay focused on the heart of this, of helping people with this, of relating, these are the problems that we can solve if you join me in this group. Send me a direct message, problem, solution, invitation. If we can be consistent about that, there is no limit to what we can achieve. And that's what's so exciting to me. For anybody listening to this call to, for once, stop limiting themselves. I don't limit this company. All I do is keep turning it up and get a broader vision and then go, let's make sure we have the resources, the talent, and the ideas, the creativity, and the super trainers to make it happen. And guess what? We have it. So let's take this thing out and run with it. But let's stop talking here, Sandy. We got to get people to work. I got to go make my shake because I can feel this wrinkle starting to come back in. And November 4th is coming. I think it's a week from today. By the way, I know this weekend, super weekend, please get there. I'm going to Sacramento, Denver, Salt Lake City, and then I'm back in LA. I expect everybody to be at a super weekend. You're going to hear announcements that are going to blow your mind, and you need to connect. We are a community. So put one together. In fact, Sandy, can you extend the deadline? Can you extend the deadline so that people can still put a super weekend together?
Carl, because you influenced me to be an excuse buster this morning, I will extend the deadline to tomorrow to register an event for Super Weekend. We currently have 250 events that are on the map right now. So we'd like to get more people to step up and host an event in their area so that more people can enjoy the Super Weekend video that you're in and get the fire in them like you've got, well, so to speak, fire.
The wrong day. Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah. Well, look, everybody, I'm so proud of this community, the way everybody shows up for each other. And this call went a little bit longer. I tend to talk a lot. So, but use it to charge yourself up, charge your team up. Don't just turn this off and then go about the day as normal. Like, turn this off and invite people. Put a problem solution invitation. I'm going to make a list of some problem solution invitation. I would make a calendar of, I'm going to do a problem solution every day, so that every 24 hours when somebody comes to my Instagram stories, they're going to see some sort of problem solution invitation from you, the coach. So you can just use them. Or you'll find your own problem solution invitations. But we got work to do. We got to get to this. It's almost 9 a.m., which means it's go time here on the West Coast. Hopefully everybody's safe out there who's anywhere near the fires or whatever weird weather we're having. And thanks so much for having me on the call. And please, do not limit your potential today. Expand your heart, expand your mind, and do that personal development so that you are reminded that you are a winner. You are the best at this because you're doing it. You showed up for this call. You're doing it. Get yourself a balloon in that Beat Your Best conference room that we've lost Kevin in. We've sent in a search party. Hopefully we can get him. All right. I could just keep talking all day. Sandy, I'm throwing this back to you, which I think I'm supposed to do. Thanks so much for wrestling through all the technical difficulties.
Yes, thank you very much. You can go now. Thank you. Go have some water and some collagen in your shake and be safe out there, okay?
Okay.
All right, I have an affirmation for today. I mean, there were so many notes that I took of that Carl was saying today. I mean, double your efforts. Your job is not to convince people, it's to help people. But this one, as of today, no more selling. Find solutions to problems. I love that. Stop selling. Why are you selling? It's not how people are going to relate to you or trust you. Just problem, solution, invitation. That's it for me. Everybody stay safe out there. We love you, Jamie Fitzpatrick, and we'll see you here next week. Bye-bye, everybody.